Hi, hello. Happy Tuesday. I've not been out yet. It's a lovely day, but I've not been out. I do need to go to the post office to post off the last lot of yarn that I'd sold, that I'd had on eBay. Just a couple that just stuck and didn't sell. Anyway, oh excuse me, I've got a hair in my hair. One of them has finally sold. Right. The topic of today actually is comments. I get lovely comments, most of which I don't deserve because, you know, you're so complimentary, you're so lovely about everything I make and do. And I do thank you very much for that. When you're having a bit of a rough day, reading someone's nice comment, you know, albeit undeserved really, you know, I'm not that good, it builds you up, it gives you a lovely feeling to your day. So I don't usually make a public comment about any comments that I got, but I got one yesterday that stopped me in my tracks. And I thought, how rude. A lady commented, my teeth were dirty and gross. And I shouldn't use dark lipstick because that made them even more like yucky. I should clean my teeth with bicarbonate of soda and a rag. A rag? I thought, well, I'll run that past my dentist, shall I? Well, yes, my teeth are not brilliantly white. They're discoloured. We have this long conversation, my dentist and I. It's the medication that I take has made them discoloured. And I do use kind of a whitening type of paste. Doesn't make a heap of the difference. He did advise against having my teeth bleached because they're in poor condition. I'm 78 for heaven's sake, and they are my own teeth, much as they are. And he said they would just crack and splinter, and I would have a lot of trouble with sensitivity if I did try to bleach them. So I was just thinking, I thought, would that person go up to someone in the street, tap them on the shoulder and say, your teeth are dirty and yucky, and you need to clean them? Maybe she would part company with some of her teeth if she did that. But it just brought me up into the thing, thinking, how rude. Why is it some people are like keyboard warriors? I've seen it, not on my channel, fortunately, you're all lovely. Well, most of you. 99.99% of you are lovely. I've seen it before, keyboard warriors, you know, that say awful things about people. Online, you know, that crocheting's awful, we don't like the colours you've used, oh, you've made a big glaring mistake, and you should pull it back and stuff like that. You know, I think to myself, are they so perfect? Are they so perfect in their lives? Are they so beautiful? You know, with their shiny white teeth and their right colour of lipstick, which I doubt very much. We won't go into that, yes, will we, Donna? Anyway, I'm going to go off that subject now. I have been asked to do a little boho top in black for, I don't do orders as you know, but it's a lady at Knit Club, she wants one for her sister, yeah. So she wants me to do, oh, this in black. But I can't remember what I did, so I've had to bring it in from the shed. I'll look for some patterns that I think I might have used for the cups. Then after that it will be improvisation after that. Yeah. I did find the pattern. I've put the other top up. This is the second top. It's a slightly different colour. It's got like lime greens, pinks and sort of like a, I don't know, it's a bluey grey colour. It's once again in ice yarn. It's got a cotton content. It's not 100% cotton. And I think it's probably round about a 38-inch bust. I am actually going to try to revive my Ko-fi account. One of my lovely friends actually sent me a coffee. And I'm glad she did because I couldn't remember my Ko-fi, what do you call it, password or anything. I didn't remember how to get back into my Ko-fi account. So I'm glad she did. She sent me a coffee. Thank you very much. You know who you are. Thank you so much. So I thought, yeah, I'm going to revive my Ko-fi account. Not because I want donations for coffee. It's just I thought I might use the shop. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, this is the pattern that I used for this top I'm just going to try and sell. I bought it online. Does it tell me who it is by? It doesn't actually, which is a bit bad, isn't it? But that's the pattern anyway. It just says crochet pattern, short sleeved pullover jumper. But usually it says the designer, doesn't it? But it hasn't on this one. It just says worsted weight. Doesn't say. It just says this pattern is a small medium. But it must have come out a bit larger because that's not a small medium, is it? It's not a 34-inch bust. But I can't understand why it doesn't say anywhere on it who actually designed it. I've either bought it or copied it from somewhere, haven't I? No, it doesn't say anywhere where it's from. So I can't be much help, can I, about that. Anyway, I was looking for patterns for the boho top in my patterns. And I think it was a variation of this one, which is Cosmo Knits, a summer bralette by Emily Borden. These are probably all paid for patterns. I have made this one in a lime green, and I have got it for sale. This one was the one I made in that beautiful pink with a lime green. It's by Heather Cummins. It's for intermediate crocheters, yeah. That's the one I made in the pink. The design came out rather small, and it looked absolutely fabulous on Paris when she wore it, yeah. So while I was in there, I thought I'd show you a few of the patterns that I keep in the house. The ones that I've either made recently or I'm thinking about making. This one is a robin pattern. I have had it a while. It's in Diamante, which I think was 4-ply, which is fingering weight. But this one is still available around on Etsy. Yeah, Etsy. This one is one that Sheila has. Now you can get, I don't know if you can get this actual pattern. You could try on Serdar Heritage page. But she's just made one, I think. Sarah, no, it's not Sarah, is it? Sheila. She made the one with that one there, but there is the one with the hood. I actually made this for my son, so it is an old pattern. But I think they still do a version of it, but you only get the one. You don't get all 3 designs anymore on the pattern. But I know that is still available. This one's laminated, so I must have bought this one fairly recently. It's a Serdar one, again in 4-ply fingering, or whatever you want to call it. 5366. It's a cardigan. I don't know if you can see it because it's shiny, but I can't do much about it because it's laminated, so I can't take it out the sleeve. What else have I got here? This one I have got, and I have worn it in cream. And somebody did ask me which the pattern was. It's a Peyton's one, and it's 4896. I did make it quite some time ago, but it's very pretty. And I've got it in cream in my wardrobe. I must confess I haven't worn it for quite some time, but it's very, very pretty. I made that one in Peyton's Pearl, it was called, yeah. This one, if you're into babies, is from premature up to 2 to 3 years. A Peter Pan pattern, P907. It's crochet. It's got, well, it looks like short pants or pedal pushers, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. This one you will have seen me wear in red, although I've altered the edging a couple of times. This one is a lace shrug sweater. It's a Lion brand pattern. I don't wear it with a belt, of course, because I don't have the waistline. This one is the pattern that I wore the other day. I said it was a very, very elderly pattern and a very, very old. And it was like a boucle yarn. But this is the pattern that I've used. And it's, let me see if it tells me whose, why, where, how, anything. Well, it would if I could open the pattern with my dodgy fingers. It's a Twillies pattern, knitted garter stitch jacket in Twillies of Stanford Freedom wool. leaflet number 0200/9133. So that was the one I used. It's all garter stitch and it's in like a chunky knit. This one is still available. I bought this one from Etsy. It's beautiful when it's done. Beautiful pattern. It's called the Lunar Mandala Vest by Hannah Martin. And that you can still get that. You can buy it from Etsy because that's where I bought it from. And once again, this is one that I bought from Etsy. Let me think who it's by. Crochet Bolero or Bolero, whatever. I don't know whose it is. I print them out as I buy them, but they don't always put their name on of the designer. And this one doesn't have a name on. It's done in Bernat, or Bernat Bamboo. I made this one quite recently. It's in the shop for sale in like a beigey colour. Yeah. That's that one. Oh, I've made this one many times before, the butterfly wrap. It's 2 ways. I think it was a free pattern by the Double Stitch Twins. It's got 2 ways to wear it. That's either the front or the back, depending which way you put it on. I did make a few of these and I did sell them because Paris modelled them so beautifully when she was around, yeah. And then this again is another pattern I've been asked and asked and asked because I wear it a lot, as you know. I first made this pattern when I was at school, which is many years ago. And I don't know whether you can still get this pattern. You never know on Etsy what turns up. Yeah. But that's the pattern. I've made it so many times. You've seen me wear it many, many times. And it always gets a comment saying how lovely it is. Yeah. This one I did make a long time ago. Obviously because it's 32 to 38 inch bust. But again, I have seen this for sale on Etsy. It's a little, either a summer vesty top or you wear it over a blouse. I made it many, many moons ago in a yarn called Robin Specklespun. Those of you who are older may remember. Those of you who are new who will be saying, what, how, why? This is one I wanted to make and never did. Purely because it put me off, because all the squares were different sizes. And I think when I started to try to do it, I wasn't in the humour. They all look, I thought they'd all be the same when you just join them together, but they're all different sizes. It has got a lovely bag with it as well. Maybe one day I will gird my loins, and it's by Stylecraft. I will gird my loins and actually decide to make it one of these days. Yeah. This one I did make, again it's a double stitch pattern. I think it's again a free one. I did make it for a little girl. I still got it I think for sale in my, well it will be in my shop when I met my coffee shop. But it's a very strange design. That's the, you know, the schematics, what you call it, yeah. That's the back view. It goes to a point like at the back. It's got like a cardigan front look. But as I say, I've got it for sale. I think it's in a small size though. Child size. This one I've never made and meant to. It's a Tiger Lily kimono cardigan. Well, I would call it not a cardigan myself, but that's by the by No Hoops Given. It's a kimono cardigan. I would call it like a waistcoat or a vest. But you know me, anything with a fringe, and I'm a sucker for anything with a fringe. Yeah. I would have either bought this, once again, from Ravelry or from Etsy. This one I actually printed out of my own copy of a magazine, which was Crochet Magazine, Autumn 2022. I printed it out because I didn't want to start lugging the magazine everywhere. I thought it would be a great one to use up all my bits and pieces. But, you know, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, and Janet never did it, yeah. I have it in my mind. It's in my little planner. These are more boho, corset tops, whatever you want to call it. This is by a lady called Bobo Stitches, at Bobo Stitches. Very, very pretty. I mean, I don't have the figure to wear anything like that, but, you know, if somebody did, it's very pretty. This one I started, and I think I went hopelessly wrong somehow or another. I couldn't quite get. I made the motif. This one was by Bubble Stitches as well. I made the motif, but when it came to doing the... which way up is it? When it came to joining it onto the body, I just went hopelessly wrong. And it's not like me to let something defeat me, but it did. It's called the Pink Flower Flare Halter Top. Once again, I bought it from Etsy. And it's by Bobo Stitches. What else have we got here? Let's have a little look. These are the ones I just keep around. I'm only showing you the ones I think you might be interested in. This one I did buy from Etsy quite recently, even though it's a very old pattern. It's a Twillies pattern. But you know me, I just love my vintage patterns. And even though I never intend to make them, I buy them. Somebody said, why don't I sell them? No. I asked 99 pence for them, and then they want them for 50p. Then they asked me, can they have 3 for the price of 2? And then they said, can I combine the postage? And by the time I've finished that, I've trudged up to the post office in the rain for about £1. So I think, no, it's not worth it. I'll keep them. Push comes to shove, I'll put a match to them, you know what I mean? This is a lady called Hannah Martin. I've made this one. So I'm just trying to work out where the front page cover is. It might actually be part of the one I did show you a few minutes ago. It might actually be. I made it, I know I have made it. So. But probably one that's languishing in the shed. This one is by Brianne, hooked on homemadehappiness.com. I haven't made it, but I intended to, because once again it's got fringe, and I love anything with a fringe. So it's very nice if you want to just pop it over. It's sort of like a poncho without all the floppiness, isn't it? You know, it's a more chic version of a poncho. This one is a baby pinafore with ruffles, newborn. Copyright 2007 by Maxine Gosner. I have made this several times. Never sold any of them because modern mothers don't want their babies looking like that, unfortunately. So I did make them. This one I used to make all the time, and people I made it for, in fact I think I've still got 2. I did have 2 left, but I don't know whether I still do. It's a very old Lister pattern, crochet pattern, and it has it got little panties with it? I think it does. Have little briefs with it. Yeah, little panties. Panties it calls it, panties. Very pretty. I made it in navy blue and edged it with like a maroon. And then I made a maroon one and edged it with cream, and I think I sold one of them. I can't remember which one. This one says Pretty Pastels Petal Cardigan, Hat and Blanket. I don't know who it's by. Does it tell me? Does it tell me not? It doesn't. Doesn't say a word. No. So I must have got it off Ravelry or somewhere. I've never made it. Oh, there's a helicopter going over. How nice of it to come. Now this was a lady that I bought absolutely lots and lots of baby crochet patterns. I think she's still going. It's Just Crochet by Heather. They are paid for patterns, and I bought most of them when I was doing crochet baby things and selling them, which I was at first, yeah. She does some absolutely lovely, lovely patterns. They are all paid for patterns, and it's called Just Crochet. She does tend to stick with the smaller baby sizes, yeah. This one I've made several times. It's very, very pretty. It's UK terminology, and it's called the Sweet Yoke Baby Cardigan. Once again, paid for pattern. Let me see who it's by. Claire Collier. www.treebridge.co.uk. It's a lovely pattern. I've done it several times. When they give you their name and their web page, they're normally still around, aren't they? This one is Peyton's Beehive Sport Cluster Yoke Baby Cardigan. I don't know where I got this one from. Once again, probably I bought it somewhere. I must have spent a fortune in the past on baby patterns, yeah. This one I've actually got in the shed. I made it. It's on, I have a photograph of it somewhere on my dolly. I have a dolly like Sheila. I have a dolly. It's called a Sven sweater. You know, like Sven Eriksson, Sven sweater. And it's 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. Inspired by a lovely blanket which is found at everyone's Swedish furnishing store. I presume they mean IKEA or IKEA. That's the one. I made the jacket, I didn't make the blanket. As you know, I don't make blankets. But I have got that one actually for sale. It's a baby one, it's in the shed somewhere. This one is a King Cole pattern, and I think I still have a cardigan for sale. I must rake out all my baby crochet things and put them on eBay, see if they sell. That's a King Cole pattern 3250. But you get quite a lot of designs on that. You get a button-up cardigan, you get a sweater, you get a little vest, and you get a little short sleeve cardigan. You get quite a lot of bang for your buck, don't you there? This one you will have seen. I made it not long ago. I made it in like a jade green colour. I haven't worn it because when I finished it the weather turned a bit warmer. So that was one. I made it first of all in lilac when I was about 17. We're back on the Just Crochet designs by Heather. This one is to fit an 18-inch for a boy or a girl. Once again, you know, you will find her. She's still around. You can still buy her patterns. I don't think she advertises on Etsy. I think you have to go to her webpage. If you type in Just Crochet designed by Heather. I think actually I belong to her webpage email list still. She still sends me emails telling me when she's got a new pattern out. This one's for a 14-inch newborn baby or a doll. You know, anybody's got a reborn dolly. It's again a Just Crochet pattern by Heather. Rompers, jacket, helmet and booties. Maybe I should go into making clothes for dolls. I've got a reborn dolly in the shed that I was gifted by a lovely friend of mine who made them at the time. Weekend Brawler. This is designed by Heather Cummins. I've never actually made this one, even though I paid for the pattern and bought it. Once again, an Etsy pattern. And this one I thought was very pretty, although not for me, obviously, for obvious reasons. This one is officially frilled. Very pretty, isn't it? But once again, you'd have to have the lovely figure. This one, I have worn it. You've remarked about it and thought it was lovely. It's Hayfield pattern, 00839, and I've got it in yellow. I've made it many, many times in the past. Really easy, nice pattern to make. And it does go up to 40-inch bust, which comes out at 47 1/4. So it goes right from a 30, which comes out at 37. Yeah. Very easy to do, actually, that one. Yeah. This one I bought but never made. It's from the retropatterncompany.com. Probably I got it from Etsy. It sounds like one of Etsy's, doesn't it? I think originally it was an emu pattern, originally. So if you go into a festival and you want a pair of crochet pants or crochet shorts, this is your one. This one, I have a funny feeling I actually made the top many, many moons ago, but never made the shorts. Not for myself, I hasten to add. It was when I was crocheting for the boutique, back in my early 20s, yeah. I think I made the little top. It was a Twillies pattern. It's very pretty, isn't it? I mean, it's still up to date if you're or you or your daughter or your grandchild goes to festivals, it's still up to date, yeah. This one I have made. It's in double knitting. I haven't got it anymore. I must have sold it. That's my phone going zip zip. Designed by Kay Jones. It's in double knitting, a little bolero or bolero, as you pronounce it. And this one again was an Etsy pattern. BC Funky Factor. I don't know who this is from. Obviously bought a photocopy. Naughty them, whoever sold it me. It's a belt. I haven't made it. I meant to make it but never did. It's one of those, isn't it? I have got a few more. I don't know how much longer I've actually got on my phone. Let me have a look at the timing. Oh, I've only got 2 minutes. The only one I will show you is the one that I've made many times before. I didn't do the huge sleeves. It's called Granny Hates a Trip. You've asked me about it before. It's by Ellen Warren, all rights reserved. I never did the big sleeves because they tended to sweep everything off the table, you know. She also does the larger version. This one is the smaller version, which I bought when I made it for a friend many years ago. I made it for myself as well. It's just in small, I think, is it? What size is it? Oh no, it goes up to a 44. But she has done a larger size as well, which is Granny Takes a Larger Trip or something. If you're a bigger lady than that. I must make it again, but I would not do those wide sleeves. They are too wide, yeah. They look very beautiful when they're on, but they tend to sweep up the floor as you go along. Anyway, I love you and leave you. Thank you all for your subscriptions, your thumbs up. My channel is growing smidgy by smidgy. And what are your thoughts? I'm considering opening my Ko-fi shop. I'm not doing it because I'm begging to buy a coffee or anything like that. I'm just thinking it might be an avenue for me to explore as to selling some of my garments rather than eBay. Etsy is no-no. So I was just thinking what you might think. And I will try to respond to all your comments because they do cheer me up. I thank everybody that puts such lovely comments on. Oh, I'm very undeserving of them. I'm very, very much undeserving of them. But it does buoy me up when I'm having a rough day. You know, when you're having one of those, oh, I've got a head and that. When you're having one of those rough pain days, and somebody writes you a lovely comment like, oh, I do love that top you're wearing, or I do love that crochet thing you're doing. It's like, oh, thank you, yeah, thank you. What am I wearing today before it goes off is, I've had this for absolutely ages, but to be truthful, when I bought it, it wouldn't fit me. And white trousers, and there goes the phone, telling me to shut up. Oh gosh, it never stops when I want it to stop. Have you got a timer on your phone that never stops? Yeah. So I'm wearing it with white trousers, which again, I've not worn white trousers all of last year at all because the weather wasn't good. So I don't remember where I got the top from. Probably eBay. But it's too warm to be wearing anything crocheted. I shouldn't say that, should I? Because I've got lots of gorgeous crochet tops in my wardrobe that I haven't worn. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Happy Tuesday. Do give me the thumbs up, like and subscribe. Bye for now.